So the first one we're gonna do is get the Seraph burned off. We're gonna go do Sap. We're gonna go do Kaphra Sap. Also, my game is not in full screen. I just realized it. It's from where I had it up on the podcast. Playing in the background. Full screen, resolution, apply. Confirm. Alright, Donkey, come on, let's go. But yeah, we're gonna go get her energy burned off. Get this done, then we'll send her back and go work on somebody else. So let's go get rid of all of our weight so that we're not dealing with any of that shit. Check our inventory for the obvious shit. Put those in there. I don't feel like melting them right now. We got a donkey up there, so that's good. Let's go smash. So this is going to be a no Agris grind up there. I don't want to... I don't want to use Agris on Kaphra Sap for how little we're going to get. We're either going to... we're going to do several today. And throughout the day. But everything's going to get recorded, so it will be slightly slower. In that regard. And what I'm going to do for the sake of recording is we're going to do a single sap on the other characters if we're going to do this. We still need Ash Sap. We still need to do a Cedar Sap. I'm going to save that on her. We're going to do Kaphra Sap. The issue is I don't know if I've got somebody to come up here and do Kaphra Sap. Orwin, what the shit do you want? Oh, for the continuing the quest. While we're here, hold my beer. Let's go grab those pieces of Adanya. Has he, like, not... Okay, cool. I was gonna say, has he, like, not accepted that quest yet? Okay. Good, good, good. So suggested it is down here. Go grab this. So this is 5 pieces of Adanya. We're not going to end up enhancing anything for a while. Now that reset is up, we do need to go kill Ethereum at least. Get that done. Can you only turn that in once per day? I mean, it's whatever. After completing, after completing. Okay, so it's for each time you do. Okay, I got it. It's not just all 5 in a row. You gotta go do the whole story, which I did not do. Okay, fuck me. Hello there. Good morning. Of course, she's not online. I think she thinks that because of because the fishing event's gone, she can't do her thing. To follow a ring from 3 to 4 is 30% chance destroyed. You don't probably have the fail stacks, which is why that is got such a low success chance. If you had all the if you had a bunch of fail stacks to use that were in the lower range, I think it was somewhere in the like 30 fail stack range, that would be a much higher success chance. But yes, that is it. It will blow up if it fails. That is just the cost of doing business with accessories. Oh no, that's easy. Those are easy as shit. You'll get it pretty quick. It's not super expensive. It's just, there is some cost to it. Getting that Tet and Pen is stupidly easy. You need to get them all Pen. You need your entire set of gear Pen. And you're not going to stop until it is all Pen. So that's where coming out and going to grind is going to help you, is because you're going to need to be getting those seasonal black magic stones. Actually, you can just buy it for silver, I believe. I don't even think you need to do... Yeah, Pen is 5. And then... Technically, it's 20 on the armors and stuff, but we're going to ignore that part for you. But yeah, you'll want to get it plus 15, and then you're going to need to take it up. Like, it's free. Literally just ram stones through that shit until it goes. You are given, one of your accessories will be upgraded for free from Tet to Pen with seasonal rewards once you finish. So you will be able to get a free Tet armor and a free Tet weapon. You're also given 1 Pen accessory, but you're going to want to get a couple sets made. So go ahead and make one, and then you'll basically stop leveling later on. And you'll use some for... there we go. Alright, turn on the alchemy stone. We got our gathering shit here. Let's make sure the food is off. Sweet fig, turn that off. We want the fresh whale meat salad. Turn on the draught. And just make sure my fairy is doing fairy shit, so I'm not gonna die. Alright. So hopefully you're having a good morning. We're just chilling out. Yeah, so fail stacks come from advice of Valks or failing other attempts on cheaper gear. Right now you're probably in the what the shit is a fail stack mode, which is going to be fair. I actually don't know what all is given to you as a new player. So to explain this easily, you can on Tuvala, yes. No, other gear, no, you're not gonna do that. Like, once you get outside Tuvala, brute forcing it is kind of dumb, and you're also gonna need... You may need a decent stack for that. So there are these advice of Valks that you get for rewards and stuff. I'm not sure if you've been given any yet, because I also don't know how much of the story you've done. It's because you had a fail stack built up, meaning you must have failed it already. So that's probably the base stat, and if you got it leveled up, it's... So that's probably what it is. You must have failed it already at one point. So it's guaranteed to not blow up until Tet, and then from Tet beyond, it can blow up when it comes to accessories. So everything's guaranteed to try. And then from there, it will downgrade and then upgrade. And maybe they took away the blowing up factor on Tuvala. It's been a hot minute since I hit one. Now they're blowing up. Okay. I was going to say, because that should be pretty standard. The only accessories that shouldn't blow up are the Karazads. They just downgrade. Yes. You want all your weapons to be Blackstar. You want both sovereigns to begin with. That's what you're aiming for, and you need both of them to be... Both of those are going to go Blackstar. Okay. This is probably going to go over your head, but I'll try to explain it the best I can. So, there is a part of the main weapon stat that goes into the Awakening. And you would, You gimp your stats some by not leveling it up. Now, do you have to prioritize it as much? No, but you still want to get them both done. Now, as standard practice goes, for most people, you want 2 pen black stars that are pen for your main hand and 2 pen black stars that are set up for your awakening. After that, you're going to have a pen black star offhand for a while. Now, they also give you special crystals. They're special reforged stones that you will use to enhance your stats. Like, it'll give you more crit rate, more AP, more Black Spirit Rage recovery, meaning it comes by faster. So this will be something you will want to take advantage of, and the only way to do that is to get 2 pens of equal value. So at the state you're in, you're going to need both anyway. Now, at some point, you're going to end up having all 3 pen sovereigns. It's just not going to be right now anytime soon for you. You've got a ways to go before you're going to get to that level. But that doesn't mean you're going to be gimped on stats or anything. You've still got tons of growing room, and the thing is you're going to get them sovereign, and then you're going to stop, and you're going to start focusing on everything else. It's just crossing the line to sovereign, because all it is 2 pen black stars, and it goes. Where if you do anything else with the offhand, you now have to get not only another pen black star for the offhand, but you have to get 20,000 Caphras. You are going to want to spend that 20,000 Caphras working on your boss gear first, getting the Slumbering Origin set, and getting the pieces of that. Once those are done, then you can go look at the 20,000 Caphras for the Sovereign. But you're going to be spending your money elsewhere. Again, there will be a priority list of where you're going to want to go. Because you're going to want to get all your Karazad accessories. You're going to want to get... you'll want to get into a good spot before you start chasing 20,000 Caphras for that upgrade. Like, the general rule of thumb is you want to be past 320 AP, sheet AP, to pop that pen black star to Sovereign for the offhand. However, the cost of it means you're probably better off doing some of the other things. I don't have a gear command. I fucked that command long ago. Give me 2 seconds, I'll show it to you. Look at what it is on the Guardian. That's it. And then Gathering, which Seraph's the main. Yeah, I don't do that command anymore. So I did some analysis this morning before I got started. So yes, they did buff Gathering, but it is a slight, almost sideways buff. And buff is in very loose quotation points or quotation marks. We got a slight upgrade, but in terms of what we're getting, however, it's going to feel like a nerf because it's such a drastic difference. But it is like a 6% buff overall, in terms of total value, that you get gathering now. And that's not counting selling the pity shit for this stupid treasure that people are gonna want. So as long as that's up for pre-order, you're making money. I'll probably start selling my shit today. It is pre-order. There's about 50,000 of them. It's useless for me. And it's useless for anybody who has the guild who is their manor is the guild manor. For me, that's my guild manor. For anyone else in my guild would need that treasure piece to teleport freely like I do to their residence. But since the guild manor is my residence and only residence, I don't need it, nor will I ever need it. So I can easily offload my shit, because if I'm not in the guild as the GM with the manor as my thing, it's useless, because that's the only home I own, because that's the only contribution I want to put into it. I got a guild contract thing this morning. Yeah, I tried sending it to you a couple times, and you looked like you denied it. Yes. Basically every day you're gonna eventually make 999,999 silver. Until we get it over, I think it's 10 or 15 members consistently online, then I can crank it up to 5 mil a day. Also, doing guild quests, you'll be able to make money, as we talked about, but we need 3 people online. Eventually, we'll be able to do payouts even, which would give you even more money. At that point, we can do, you know, several 100 million silver payouts, but we also got to get the money income coming in to do the payout. It'll be something. I mean, like, for me, I'll just take the tier 1 payout and give everybody else the tier 10. I don't give a shit. I don't need the money. I can make more money than that payout could ever generate. So, anything to help y'all, I'm happy to do. And we'll have to clean out the entire guild at that point. So the money comes from a couple different places. 1, it's going to come from guild quests. 2, it'll come from doing Salies and killing the sea monsters out there during Salies. I've got a bunch that can be turned in. It comes from winning nodes or sieges. You get a payout from that. And you also get weekly support funds by how many people are in the guild. It also puts in there. I'd have to go over and do the new financials once we get enough members online. So... forgot to pop into that. But yeah, so you can get some money from the guild daily. Obviously, it is participation based, so the more you participate, the more money you can make. Just like if we had a third online right now, and I could be doing gathering quests and making a little bit on the side, because fuck it, why not? Do I need it? No, but does it help add beer and cigarettes to random shit I need? Yes. That's basically why I take it in the end, regardless, is because it is beer and cigarette money at that point. So, oh, the random teleport here. Oh, the random 10 mil on this item, 5 mil on this. Oh, let me go buy this random potion, just go do dumb shit real quick. You know, it does that for me. It's not like... It's not gonna make or break my account by any means, because again, I'm making far more an hour than anyone is grinding. Yes. No, it's 5 mil regardless. It used to be far more expensive, actually. Some of those teleports used to be 15, 20 mil. It was fucking ridiculous, and I didn't do it. I rode my horse just about damn near everywhere we got. But now that I'm making 117 mil a day just for logging into the game, because of my family fame, I just teleport if I need to. I don't ride. And now there's some places that take so long to ride to. I don't just do it. Like, at one point, my rule was I would only teleport to the Land of Boring Light, because I didn't want to sail fucking 10, 15 minutes up there after riding 10 minutes. So I would teleport up there because it was such a long distance. And I would do the teleport from Velia to there every day for trading. That was acceptable. But if I was going to go from Grana to Calpheon, I would ride it. If I was going to go from Grana to Velia, I would ride it. If I was going to go to Velia to Valencia, I would ride it. I wouldn't, because again, I had the Dine, so I could literally just go straight across the desert if I needed it. I didn't need to do the overland route, which is ass. Having to go through Gahaz to do that sucks. Like, I've done that route 1,000 fucking times on Autopath, but it's ass. You still ride your horse? I try to, but I mean, like I said, I'm kind of to that point where I make too much money now to where it really matters. The issue with the Pegasus is the Pegasus can't fly far enough. I've nearly offed myself a few times on the Pegasus. Because it can't fly far enough. So, I mean, I've got to really time the jumps to be able to get the Pegasus to do what I want. Like, I still say the Dine is the best of the three. Pegasus is definitely the second best. Doom is fucking useless other than Node Wars and Siege. It's cool to go stupidly fast, but I will probably outrun the... I can outrun the Doom by cutting things it can't do. Like, I can cut across the water. It's gonna have to take the land route around. I can fly over the hill on the Argonaut, so I can do things it can. T10s get some distance, but not having Krog, why? Sucks that sometimes you can do land in the water. Yeah, no, I mean, getting Krogdalo itself is a big boost to people being able to have that. Like, as soon as I get Krog, I'll be using the Dine 99% of the time. Fuck actually having the full... The only reason I'll have the Krogdalo horse is so that I can pop another set of Krogdalo gear on it and get all 3 buffs. Hell, I actually need to go see if the Storm gear is actually better, fully level 10, over having, my half-ass leveled, Krogdalo gear on the Dine. I'd have to do the stat check on it. Like, I'll never use Krogdalo physically for riding, ever. Because I don't like the Doom. After having a T9 Doom for so long, I don't like the Doom. Doom, to me, is terrible. And a waste of a mythical, but I get it. It looked the coolest, and it was definitely the highlight of the original T9s. And like the cool factor. But now Argonaut takes the cake. Also, HXC, did you happen to hear my little spiel about the gathering buff nerf thing? Did you catch that, or did you pop in after I rattled on about that for fucking, I don't know how long? Because I know we talked about it yesterday on Discord, but I don't know if we actually...
I joined after you were talking about it.
Okay. TLDR. It is a slight buff. Based off of the numbers that I gave. Because I ended up having Grok do some deep digging on it, too. Plus, I did some math on it as well, and we both came up with the same conclusion. So, because I basically used Grok to check my math. Because I was sitting there going, like, damn, is it really this bad? So it went through and it checked it, because it also checked the patch notes, and it checked the current drop rates, what, you know, blah, 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 blah. It did all that shit. So it is a roughly, with the final print as it is right now, you're getting about a 6% increase in gathering profits.
Yeah, 6%.
Total. For everything. From gathering session to gathering session. So, where it's losing value is definitely in the per sharp per fairy dust, okay? You are getting about 500 million a gathering session off of that. But where we're making it up is we are definitely getting roughly more sharps, you know, per hour raw gathering in an increase.
That's true.
We are getting that. But we are not getting, you know, a massive increase of sharps. You're not able to get that extra chunk of them. However, with as long as the materials are selling out, the items on the thing can be sold at a profit, which do kind of offset that cost. So overall, it's 6% better. It's basically a side grade. They shouldn't have fucked with it, is what we both came up with.
That's what I figured.
So Global Labs will be coming out here, if not already out, but it'll be out sometime today. And I'll be very curious to see if they're going to be tweaking any of the stuff, because people are absolutely fucking ramming them over this shit.
Oh, yeah. I mean, people have been bitching like left and right, and I don't blame them.
But
I do not blame them.
Ark popped in a little bit yesterday, and I mean, he was making $3 bill an hour in sharps alone tanning. And he says it's busted right now. But he says it's busted right now. He says, so if you need sharps, you tan your ass off until they nerf it.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, I don't even want to go tanning, but man, it's tempting.
Yeah. So there will definitely be some tweaks to it, which is why I'm saving my fairy powder and shit. And we got a bot. Hakai, motherfucker. So I stopped at the point of, because I was going to ask Grok what it thought on which one to use for the materials. But like, I think it comes down to what don't you want to fuck with. if you're going to be gathering.
Yeah.
But right now, I'm in just in the state of mind of I will sell that off in a few weeks. I'm not worried about it. It's not going to make or break anything I do. The logs would be cool. It could help save me having to gather logs. It's kind of what I was thinking. But at the same time, I also need to gather rough stone. But I'm not gathering enough rough stone because I'm not doing Rashalka Coral, like, super hard in the paint. So that doesn't make sense right now.
Yeah, right now they're dropping. I mean, I got 8,000 rough stone from the last hour. So I guess that's something.
Yeah. I think it's between 4,000 and 6,000 is what it was normally averaging. So that sounds about right.
No, it was definitely for me. It would take about the whole hour to get the guild mission done, or to get 2 guild missions done for the 2,500 rough stone. And now
interesting
it's
that you didn't do the fairy powder one. Was the rough stone worth more? I haven't checked. It's been so long since I actually paid attention to EXP quests. I just popped it for money.
I wasn't able to get as much fairy dust. I still get around 800 or 900 of that in the hour. So I didn't really see an increase in that, but definitely the rough stone, huge increase.
Which is good, because that's a pain in the ass. Of course, right now I don't need rough stone. I need logs.
Well, the fucked up part about that was I was able to get through the guild mission in less than fucking 10 minutes.
That's amazing.
That's how fast that's just how much rough stone they're now dropped, because I was getting 100, 120 every minigame.
Nice. That's definitely better.
Yeah, instead of 50 or 60.
Yep. Yep.
But then again, that's only times, that'd be like times 20 or something, wouldn't it?
Yes.
That's more than times 10.
Well, so you have to think it's 10 times on every proc. So that's why it works. Cuz so if one gather is 6 and you're getting
usually,
then you'd be getting 120 a pop.
Yeah, it's either 5 or 6 right now. It seems to be popping off at the 5 or 6. The same thing for the coral.
It's basically, do you get the hedgehog proc or not?
Yeah,
with it.
With the hedgehog proc, it's an extra 1 or 2 right now from the hedgehog.
Yeah.
Like yesterday, I had the hedgehog proc 2 sharps with the 2 sharps I gathered.
Nice.
I was like, what?
Hell yeah.
But that's just like whenever if you have the hedgehog out and you loot one of those wand crystals for the life skill, you're more than likely going to loot 2 of them at the same time.
Yeah, I hadn't looted one of those in a while.
I loot them like at least, it seems like at once every other hour at Rizolka.
Nice.
I'm also not
running like all my stupid shit worth of
mastery and stuff.
Yeah, again, it's not
necessarily worth it.
Yeah, because I mean, I was telling that to somebody last night that popped in that asked what my gathering mastery was, and I'm like, look, I'm gonna be real with you. I've done hours with 3,000 mastery and made less than I made with fucking 2,000 mastery. It does not matter. Yes, you get slightly better byproducts overall, but in the long term, the thing that you're actually gaining from those fucking accessories and having all that shit is life EXP from it.
Right.
I'm gonna be real.
Yeah, because that's really all you're looking for is just the more number of things popping in there.
Because it's such a it's such a small difference in it's such a small difference when it comes to mastery when you actually read what it does. So the special resource, so it's the additional drop rate is 59%. So I mean, you can get it up, and I mean you'll make more, but it's like 35%. And when you look at what all you're getting, you're looking at maybe 300-400 more. So pop a fucking draught, or not a draught, but like an energy pot real quick and gather 5 minutes more. Like,
right.
It was like when I did the math on the coins, a lot of spots, it was just an extra 20 minutes of grinding. It wasn't this holy grail of I just made so much more money. Because you think
it's not 100 like doubling. You're not doubling your money every time you use one.
Because here's the thing. If I tell you you're going to get 100% loot increase, what's your brain first do?
I'm going to think I'm going to get the same amount.
You're going to think you double the number.
I'm going to think I'm going to get another 16,000.
And that's not how that coin works.
I know.
And that's the thing.
Like 30%.
It's less than that. It's like 20 something.
Yeah,
and it's misleading because of how it's written.
Right. I hate that.
But at Ethereum, it is 50%. I can tell you, at Ethereum, it is 50%.
It seems to be like it's 50% at Ethereum.
Because I've used now 12 coins there. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I've used 10 coins there. And it was exactly 50% more of what I made. So if I would deposit 2,000 trash every boss, I was depositing 3,000 trash every boss.
Yeah.
Now, doing something like Dark Seekers and doing like Highlands, no, it was literally Highlands was I had to grind 2 hours to get almost 3 hours of grind. It was just short of that. Wow. So it was basically grind 3 hours to get a 4th hour. Is what it came down to. So
now I did use the coin at Orbita. I did do 3 coins at Orbita with no Agris, and I did do many hours there without Agris. Mm-hmm. I did average like 8,000 to 9,000 loot there without Agris, but with coin, it was somewhere in the 14 to 16,000.
Okay.
Almost double. So yeah, certain places you really do notice that it's like not that, because the scaling for the loot it doesn't scale right. Like some places scale good, and then other places don't scale right at all when it comes to loot.
Yes, and again, I go back to I don't know when they did it, but they've removed all the Agris icons from Agris efficient spots.
Yeah, I noticed that. We noticed that. I just still don't know when the fuck they did it. I'm starting to think they did it without telling us.
I'm sure it was a shadow patch. Like it just happened one day and it was gone. Yeah. I could have Grok probably go search all the patch notes to go find what date it said that they changed it. But when I came back, I had Grok do a deep dive of all the patches from the day I left to the day I came back, and it gave me a list of all the major shit it changed, and it never said anything about Agris Fever being changed. Because it was like Adanya was out, and I'm like, yeah, I knew that. Seraph was out, I'm like, yeah, I knew that. And it gave me some of the life skill changes, and but it didn't. It never mentioned the Agris Fever being moved.
Because I don't remember it being changed, and I pretty much look at the patch notes every week. Sometimes, hell, I'll be watching somebody while reading it.
Yeah.
Like Blue Squadron or somebody like that would be doing the patch notes or something, or fucking Chris Polly.
With all the information he provides you.
Yes, the do not the redeem guy.
Yep. Oh shit.
I think it's meant to do not the redeem.
I'm trying to think of exactly where he is because how hard he rolls his R's is not what I've normally heard anybody. So I know it's not somewhere I'm used to hearing them speak. Because I've heard some Indonesians, I've heard Malaysians, but I've never heard one roll their R's that hard.
And he's supposed to be from, like, Southeast Asia, isn't he?
Yeah. So he's somewhere down there. Like, I know I talked to several people from Thailand. They don't roll their R's that hard. And I'm wondering if it's just where he's learned English. He rolls his R's harder for English.
Hard R's.
Like, I mean, it is almost that Hispanic hard rolling for Rosa and doing stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, but it's weird. Like, I can't quite pin it.
The Philippines actually does that. The Philippines actually does that.
Really? Because I have one of my artists is from the Philippines, and he does not roll his R's nowhere near that hard. Like, he does not roll hard R's.
No, the Philippines is weird because they have so much different languages there.
And that may be it.
And the other thing is like, if you look at Philippine language or Spanish language, in a lot of cases, it's pretty similar.
Okay. So I was going to say, I talked to him several times, and on Discord, and he does not roll his R's. You don't notice that hard in his R.
Yeah, see, that would be like a French person or like a Spanish person. Or like a South American person.
Well, even Hellcrest, I don't notice him rolling his R's hard. And he's Portuguese, Brazilian.
And they fucking roll their R's.
But then again, he also speaks English really, really well, too. So, he doesn't... It's very rare an English word trips him up. What the fuck? Oh, I got the Hedgehog proc and the smashed, the 10x gathering. So it means I gathered. It's like, how did I get 60 essence in one gather? Because I got the 10 times from the thing, and then the Hedgehog must have procced another one. So I got 60 in total. Little shit.
God damn.
Keep doing that. That's going to convert potions. The thing is, I got to come dump some serious energy here, because I need at least... So, it's looking like... I'm not going to confirm it yet, because we're only day 2 into this, but... by Sunday, I could be starting round 3. In terms of gathering. And we're only... we're not even at the end of week 1 yet. So, we're probably looking at either 3 full sessions, maybe 4. Which is fucking ridiculous. Now, I will not be able to liquidate that in a reasonable short amount of time. That is going to take... That I might actually have to go summon to Demi-Human, because I cannot liquidate without physically crashing the market. I couldn't liquidate that.
No. You'd have to be waiting overtime at somewhere in the mid-list section.
Oh, I mean, I always... my secret is I never list more than 50 at a time. And I always keep it right under the main buyer, and it has to buy out the guy. I cannot list if it doesn't buy out the guy above me, or buy into the guy above me. And this way it looks... So it's a sniping technique in selling. And unless you're actually watching, which I learned this trying to figure out what the fuck Blade was buying all the time. When he'd go into his think tank. And So when you're wanting to know what people are buying or selling, you have to keep track of the actual total sales and the time of sales. And one of my rules for selling alchemy and staying profitable is I sell in smaller bulk. I am not one of those fucking retarded alchemists who drops 1,000 and it's gonna cause the thing to go down, because you're not gonna burn 1,000. We do not burn through that many. Yes, we sell a lot of them, but we do not burn enough for 10, 12 people to sit there. Oh, hey, I got 2 of the wand crystals. Fuck yeah. We don't sell enough for that kind of shit to happen. Okay. So, mathematically speaking, you need to sell in smaller batches. If every alchemist was to actually have a fucking brain the size of a walnut at this point, and they all pulled their 1,000 orders off, you would make more money.
Right.
Not even joking.
No, right. It makes sense because, you know, a lot of people are technically buying the potions all day, but
yes,
it's not like they're buying thousands of it.
We buy, in North America, the last I checked, we were buying about 12,000 a day. Total.
Sounds about right.
But that's a 24-hour market flow. Okay? So that's not just a window. Now, you can look at where it gets to the peak, and the peak is between 7 p.m. and 11 p.m. Eastern is the highest volatility in most. But from after that, you have to be careful, because getting in between 6 a.m. and like 10 a.m., it drops drastically. Kama Sylvian draughts are really doing the harmony ones. For those, you have to be careful, because you can crash the market pretty quick, because they only move like 4,000, 5,000 a day. And I see fucking retards all day long slamming 1,000 down, and I'm like, oh, y'all are idiots.
Fucking stupid, dude.
Like,
it's not like people are using Kama Sylvia that much.
No. But, okay, so here's what happens. So it creates supply and demand zones. So the demand zone is obviously what is below the current listed, and the supply zone is above it. So the thing is like, it works just like trading stocks in a way, where there's gaps, and you can hit some of these windows and you can get a surge, but you have to blow through it. And as long as the market is slammed with 3,000, 4,000, 1,000 order, or 3 to 4, 1,000 orders all stacked on top of each other, you're not going to blow that in a day. That's already too much volatility. So it'll always be below those 4 stacks. But if you were to let it all burn off, which I've had to sit there and patiently wait for it to burn a stack 1,000 off, I can gain, 400,000 more silver per draught by waiting for that stack 1,000 to burn. But most people don't have the fucking common sense when they're doing this, because they just want their money and they want it now. And it ends up screwing over people who actually are far smarter than they are when it comes to money. I've had to I've had to stonewall a few people. I did it once with the Kamadrats. There was an alchemist one morning that was starting to fight me on dropping shit, and he put 1,000 below my. I had 8 of them listed, just 8, and he put 1,000 order below me. Like, bitch,
oh my God,
you're fucking retarded. That will sell off in seconds. And he put an order 1,000 below me. So I went and I dropped 1,000 at min price and then posted in world chat. I said, I've got 23,000 of these. If you would like to actually see this not at hard min price, I suggest moving that order up
just a bit,
or I will crash the market. And people said, you won't do it. I'm like, there's an order of 1,000 right there. I said, and every time that sells out, there'll be another order of 1,000, and every time it drops, there'll be an order of 1,000 down there. And about 15 minutes of me, I sold fucking 8,000-10,000 of those things like that, because people started spam buying them. And as soon as he realized he wasn't making money, he pulled the order and moved it up. Now, like I said, I've done that once to prove a point. Because, like, if you're that dumb to undercut somebody who's only got 8, now, unless he was watching me constantly restock it, that is something, but I didn't restock that specific one. It just happened to be 8 of mine left from, like, 40 minutes ago. And he put 1,000 under. And when you see, like, 1 or 2 and then 1,000 below it, it's like, y'all are idiots. You don't, because then you just create this weird gap for no reason. And then there's, like, you know, almost $250,000 to $500,000 silver between that and the next actual listed one. But again, it all just comes back to don't list thousands. Don't even list 100 at a time. Now, I get it. If you're going to be a person who's going to be AFK for a while and you want to list like 500-600, expect some shenanigans to happen, and you're probably not going to sell it. And then you're going to wonder why you're not making money. But I can give you a rough idea of how many alchemists are actually doing it based on the order flow of total put out. So,
not a whole lot.
At its peak, during peak sessions of selling, there's about 18 people doing it.
That's what I figured. I figured that there's not actually a whole lot of people actually doing it.
And then you're looking at probably 18 in total doing it. You probably got maybe 22, 24 that are just, like, dropping smaller batches because they can't afford to do the large, like, make a shit ton of them. But they're thinking, oh, I'm going to make a bill. Okay, that's not hard to do. That's a few hundred harmony drops.
Right.
So they'll drop like 100 and then they're gone for the day. So I would say there's probably about 20 something in total doing it. But you can't sustain it completely. It will dry up. And the reason being is because we don't get enough of the byproducts. So you don't get enough of the twigs, the spring, the leaves, the bloody tree knots. That's actually the crucifix of alchemy. It's not the saps, it's not the bloods, it's not any of the stuff, the shit that I'm gathering right now. It's none of that. It's the fact that you don't get enough byproducts, because the nodes, even fucking 10 years later, are not generating more income than what they are.
No, I was just about to say that. You know, you could literally have all the fucking workers getting all the woods, just all of them, and it's still not going to add up to enough byproduct.
Mm-mm.
That's the worst part, because, like, you notice that you need that byproduct in order to make, I don't know, a fucking 1,000 of the potions.
Mm-hmm.
And clearly, after, I don't know, like you just said, after, I don't know, 6 years, like me, I've been, you know, letting them collect.
I'm at the point where I'm buying Monk's Branch. Let's put it that way. I'm buying Monk's Branch because I'm not generating enough in-game. And I'm fairly sure that when I get done doing whatever I'm about to do, alchemy is going to be dried up for a while. Unless I can actually outright buy it. Or come up with another way. Like, I've actually thought about moving my, so I have 2 Elder Tree nodes that are gathering currently in Altanova. I've thought about pulling them and going to the ones in, Adania, because they drop Monk's Branch. Both of them. But that would require me getting to level 40 fucking giants for that shit. So...
Yeah, because they're not at Adana.
Yeah, no, they're in Altanova, and I don't want to send them that far. I mean, I could do it and be less efficient, but when have I ever done anything less efficient?
So far, not often.
Yeah, it's when I'm super lazy is when you'll see that shit happen. Like, if I'm super tired, that's when I become less efficient. Alright, we got 50 energy left. We might get through the hot lava section. I'm still kind of pissed that they made this a dangerous area, but at the same time, I kind of understand why. But, like, you can't come in here on just a normal level 60 with no fucking gear on. You're gonna get absolutely fucking destroyed in here. Like, I can only use my, like, actually leveled up characters. The wizard I could get away with. Yeah, you need the health. That's the issue.
And you need your freaking infinite potion just collecting down there.
Oh, yeah. Now, I died twice on my wizard because I didn't realize that my wizard didn't have the infinite pot. And I'm like, why is he getting absolutely demolished? But as long as I had the infinite pot and his heals, I could stay down here on the wizard. He was fine. Are you doing
the sap?
Yeah. Sap and timber is what I do here. But right now I am sapping because I'm trying to get the saps finished up before I do bloods.
Does the sapping drop the essence?
Yes, both do. It's just the tree, so it's the essence comes from just the tree. Whether you gather it or chop it, it does not matter.
But it's not at a high rate. Like it's at a very low rate.
It's at a constant rate, but not like you're not going to be able to slam out 500 harmony draughts after a gathering session. Or not harmony draughts, perfumes.
Yeah, because I'm not really seeing, like, even in your case, like, I'm not really seeing any essence pop at all.
I'll show you here in just a second. I'm almost done. Trying to make the most of the, buffs while I got the donkey buff. And then I'll pop I'll pop my inventory open and we'll take a peek at how many essence I got. Plus, I gotta record it. So, let me go ahead and turn the food buffs off, because that'll be my 1 hour. And then she's gonna come back later, and then we're gonna do... Tonight, we're gonna do cedar and all that shit on her, so that I have the weight to do that. And that's what I'm gonna burn my Agris on. But after this, we're gonna go to one of the lower ones and go pick up those and finish that off. That's where we're headed next. So it'll be one of the ones that are in like the 10,000 range. And here's the other thing that I didn't ask Grok about that I could have. Is with the pity piece costing 3 mil each. Is that also why they pulled it back? Because these fuckers aren't thinking about that as being profit?
It is good profit.
Because I got 101 last time.
Right.
Like, I got 101 on that one gathering session.
Hey, there you go. You got the buff. What does the buff give you? When
500 mastery. I am...
How much gives that? What does it push it up to?
3885. Or 2885.
Good God.
I could be running the food, but that's the issue. See, I don't stay on one character long enough to justify popping the 300 mastery food. And I don't really have, like, any mastery furniture. And I don't want to pop my mastery scrolls right now. Like, those feel like a waste. Like, I'll run the mastery scrolls when I'm cooking. I should technically be using them while I'm gathering, but 100 more mastery isn't going to break me. I'm full pen.
No,
on
that's the thing with on your Manos gear.
Yeah, the Manos fluid collector and the clothes are full pen, so it's not like I'm getting really anything better.
Well, that's the thing that I have noticed about mastery is that it doesn't necessarily affect you until you hit a certain bracket of mastery. And I don't know what the fucking brackets are.
And it's not really, because I can do the... Here's the thing.
Anybody knows the fucking bracket.
If I was to come here and actually slam out... If I was to do an hour of 3,000 mastery gathering versus an hour of 2,300 mastery gathering. You're not going to notice that much of a difference in price. I'll walk away with a little bit more. But like I said, it's not enough to warrant the... Like, there's 60 essence right there. I got 4 more gathers. I'm just going to go for low-hanging fruit, because fuck it. I'm not going to go do the actual full rotation for 3 energy. Never mind. My energy decided to regen all of a sudden. I'll just take the shortcut. Because I'm not, like, looping it, so it doesn't matter if I cuck myself at this point. Alright, almost done. It said I'm still holding strong. There we go, 0. Alright. So, let's grab... Get up here. Fuck.
But
let me up here.
Speaking of mastery, but you need to at least hit 2,000 to start seeing actual good things.
Yes. All right, so let's do...
That's where the question lies. That's where the problem is.
Zephyros sap. Add... All right, I did 1 hour, 2,400 mastery. I burned, I always say roughly 700 energy, even though it's slightly more than that with 648 with the regens. All right, so Zephyros sap, I got 20,079. Zephyros essence, I got 223. Fairy powder, I got 844. Zephyros will have to check. Spirit dust, I got 764. Monk's branch, I got 408. I got 500 spirit leaves. Old tree bark, 412. Monk's branch, 408. Red tree knot, or bloody tree knot is 196. Red tree knot is 256. We got 1,060 of the essence there. Black gems don't have access to right now. I got 99 sharps and 76 traces. No fruits. I got 23 of the things there. I got 4 Leela's petals. I got 2 artifacts. I didn't get a golden chest. I got 2 crystals, and then I got 96 of the pity. Okay. And 121 Zephyros. So this grinding hour was 3.5 billion an hour.
Okay. Just in the what you gathered there? Or
right there, I just made 3.5. That is raw money. 3.5 billion right there.
Damn.
All right. Go over here. Yep. 3.5 billion. that's a few dollars from just gathering this. That is literally the highest I've ever. That's the highest amount of money I've ever gathered in terms of money per hour. Like that actually beat sheep when I got the double 20 chest proc on that run. I had made like 2.8 billion in the hour. So with everything here, this is a 3.5 billion silver an hour grind right now in value.
Well, yeah, that's a little bit more than my overdose. All my overdose was around 3 to 3.5. If I got like more than 2 Deborahs.
Yeah, and yet these people want to sit here and go, it's impossible. You can't make 6 billion silver an hour. I'm like, it's not on this end that I'm making it. That's the fucked up part. Y'all assume that I'm making it now.
You're not even done turning it into something.
Right. This is the prelude. This is where I make the small money that makes the all this money is like just the warm up. This is what helps make it that.
But that is the main issue too.
They look at it they want to look at it as immediate money.
Yeah. Yeah, they're not looking at it as, oh, I can turn it into something and make it worth more.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's just like the my aunt who plays. I told her, well, you know, here's how you could do it. There's a few ways. All you do is just basically collect and keep everything that you're going to be using. Don't be selling too much of anything, and try to look at, you know, certain things, and you know, look at the crafting notes and see what it goes to. If you have to, freaking ask me. I'll tell you what it goes to. Well, she's went so far as finding a nice little niche with the honeycomb cookies.
Yeah. I normally don't advertise
And
that one.
She's been making really good money from it, and she goes out and personally collects for most
honey?
of it. And it's like I don't and I told her I don't want you to do that. Like I think you're wasting your time. But she's like, but that's how I like to spend my time. And I was like, okay.
Does she know
And I
about
ain't
the
gonna tell
matchlock
you no.
version of the honey?
Yeah.
Okay.
I told her that, but she was like, well, she did pretty good, but her mastery isn't all that high right now.
Mm-hmm.
Um, or at least she's like missing like a Manos piece or something that would make it really nice. And I keep telling her, I was like, you need to just whenever you can invest in it, invest in a Manos piece. Just replace your stupid blue piece with a Manos piece. You'll feel a lot better about it. You know, it's not much of an upgrade, but it is a. But yeah, she's got like 2 workers or 3 workers getting the cooking honey.
Okay.
Which that does generate a couple thousand every other day or something like that. And she said that's enough for her turn-ins every day, though.
For the Imperial honeycomb?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Is she guru yet in her cooking?
No, she's actually master something, master 10 or
okay.
9 or something.
When she as soon as she hits Guru 1, she starts buying Valencia meals off the market and sells them, packs
She's
them.
She's actually already been making those because I told her to do that because you told me to do that not
yes.
too long ago.
Yes, but like that's the thing that you'll eventually be doing, like until you can craft them.
So she's been out there hanging out, Altanova and Valencia, just going ham on the stuff that it kind of requires to take it.
So the Valencia lion rotation's right here, to do the lion meat, and this is you're gonna want to aggress this. You'll
yeah, that's what I told her to do. And she eventually found them, and she was like, "Oh, I found those lions." I was like, "Oh, nice. Don't forget aggress."
Yeah, and then there's 2 spots that she wants to do. It's the Valencia lions right here, which I'll hop over to.
But she's gonna be joining her at the whenever we switch to your guild here.
Oh, sick!
Like eventually too. So
well, I will pass my knowledge
She's
on.
the one that kind of half-ass logs on, and then she doesn't like necessarily leave her account on overnight, but she does sometimes. She's kind of goofy about it. She's
I
old
mean,
school about MMOs.
yeah, that's fair. You know, as long as we have 3 online, that's pretty much that's where things stabilize, because that's where guild quests can get done without worry. And but then once we get to that 10 phase, that's when you start making the more money. Once you get past the 10 phase, then it's getting into the like 20, 30. That's where the bigger money starts coming in. And then once you get up into the 50, 60, you're doing node wars. You're making money there. Payouts get bigger and better. And it works.
Well, I'd be down to try to push one of the guilds up to at least that. To at least be starting on maybe trying to do the node war stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Because to me, it just looks like there's too much rewards for it to not be doing it right now.
It is. It's if you can win is the issue.
Right.
And
that is the issue.
And if you don't have people that understand how node wars work or PvP works, and because you got to do a lot of homework on your class matchups and what to expect when this comes in, what to expect when that drops in. So there's some stuff there that definitely takes a moment for people to get used to.
And like per se, like for me as a male in normal PvP, yeah, I don't have the issues like I do in AOS.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna win if we're somewhat close to gear.
Yes.
Like I'm usually gonna kill you if I have the same gear, and if we're capped, oh man, I'm definitely gonna be on top.
We're on NA. Let's see. While my horse transfers,
I used to play on our show all the time.
I used to hang out a ton of time in the battle arena fighting people, but my time is basically log on, do shit, log off. Go process. Let's see. Who has...
You don't mass process though, right?
Oh fuck, yes I do. I'm trust me, I'm around enough to where I will check in, or I will. So I know that I can process. Okay. I can process for 40 minutes doing ores. I can process for 27 minutes doing timber. So I can come back and check on it. I'm trying to think of somebody who's got a horse that makes like a horse whistle, so it makes this easier to do. But I don't have a horse whistle on most every one of these characters, so we're gonna have to drag it pretty tight. I'm saving you because I think I need you go do Goth Mommy Milkers needs to go do the probably the Zephyros sap. Here, I'm gonna stand on her for a minute while I get the numbers updated. What server are you on, Crazy Heads? Because almost every region has its own like full ecosystem, and it's wild. I also need to go do these freaking rifts too. You're on EU? Nice. Yep, that's a completely different economy.
Epic fail.
Alright, Glish.
You let them suckers sit too long, dang it.
28068. Oh shit. I only need 7,000 more Kaffir sap, so one more round on that and Kaffirs are done.
What do you
Cool.
turn the Capra sap into?
The Adanya potion. It's the one that makes the... That's what actually... So you do all the Harmony Draughts, and then you have to have the Adanya potion plus a Will Elixir. You smash those together, and it creates the Adanya.
Oh, the party Adania potion, okay.
Yes. Alright, so we're gonna do Ash Sap on... We're gonna do the Ash Sap on the Corsair, because the Corsair's got a whistle. Or she's got a Celestial Horn, actually. So... Let's go grab her. Because this way I can drag that from wherever.
I don't know why, but I sure do like playing my Corsair, though.
Jiggly titties, just saying. And a mermaid.
Mm-hmm. And she mermaiding around, and I play the Awakening version.
I play Succession. It's so much cleaner to me.
I like all the guys coming down and making a fuss and guns and sliding.
I almost so it was a toss up between Corsair and Dracania, and I picked the Dracania.
Because like life skilling and stuff.
No, for when I was going to pick a new main a while back.
Oh.
Because like I really liked the Corsair, but the issue that I was running into is most every grind spot she was subpar at almost everything.
Correct. Yeah, I don't know about grinding with her. I mean, I just enjoy, just sliding around and doing mermaid shit.
Yeah.
Like I remember one time we made
shit. I sent Choco Milk up here. I didn't send my horse. Fuck.
I remember when we made it our mission to slide to islands and see if we could like chain the slides to the next islands and shit.
Yeah.
Good times. And she can. You chain it just right, you can absolutely slide on top of water to from island to island if you want to.
Yeah. All right. So I need to pull the gathering gear off of you.
But of course, I just use her for sailing.
Yep, that's pretty much where I'm at now with her.
I mean, they fucked up. They gave her ship bonuses.
I mean, I wouldn't say that they fucked up. It's more of, I think that was very intentional because they wanted to make her like a sailing focused character.
Yeah. And that's kind of what I do with her. I mean, that's what I do with her besides her life skilling.
Mm-hmm.
I don't mind her, that's for sure. I don't mind her. I just wish that they didn't gimp her so bad in PvE.
Yeah, that's... And once I got, like I said, I got onto the Dracania thing and I started really checking it out, I was like, oh yeah, no, this is, like, infinitely better.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she's good, she does cool shit, but Dracania's just better. Okay, shit, I got 17 minutes on the cron meal, so I'll have to use another cron meal.
I hate that. Here lately, it's been weird times when I'm coming back into the hour, and I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah, so... How much longer do I got on that? 39 seconds. Like, as long as I get most of the hour on the donkey buff. I'm fine. Alright, so now we're gonna burn 20,000 Agris. We're gonna go suck Ash Sap, and we're gonna go make some shiny.
Well, I did 7 taps on my sword.
And I assume
Still
they...
fucking goey.
Damn. That's brutal.
Yeah, it's 66 out of 75 right now. So 9 more attempts.
Oof.
I'm gonna just say 9 more attempts at this point because, you know, I'm assuming it's trying to go pity on me.
Of course it is. Don't be ridiculous.
Well, and my luck with enhancing, it doesn't always go full pity. That's the problem. It either wants to go like almost 2 pity or like go somewhere in between, or magically I'll get it on like 1 through 5 taps. It really depends. This would be my first full pity weapon. Trying to full pity itself. So if that tells you anything, you know, that shouldn't be too bad.
Yeah, I'll get to my shit eventually. I mean, right now, though, we're setting up for 3... Potentially 3. I'm not gonna go, like, completely fucking broke. Like, I will have to reinvest into trade and into alchemy. But I'm definitely setting up for a very good amount of money when this is all said and done. Like, at right... Go ahead.
I'm just hoping that by what you're doing, you're at least going to be able to get maybe 2 Nav pieces knocked out.
Yes. Well, right now we're projecting 300 and like 40 bill in just the draughts alone. That's not counting the, because again, you make about in raw material value, just running an alchemy station, you make about 600 mil an hour. Just running an alchemy station. So I will be getting a lot of, I mean, I'm gonna have several, I mean, I'm at, I think, 60 hours on alchemy stations coming up. So
I feel like I would have to do so much more gathering just to make like an hour's worth of alchemy for me, or buy a whole bunch.
So it's not actually as much as you think. You have that calculator, right?
Yeah.
Any one of those any one of those elixirs that run for 3,000 crafts is 1 hour. It's 56 minutes.
Okay, so 3,000 crafts would be
1 hour.
Even if I have like all the stuff going.
It is 55, 56 minutes is to do that. So as long as you have the best in slot time for it, yes, that is, you're still going to be 55, 56 minutes.
But if I'm missing like the alchemy, the only thing I'm missing is the alchemy pay to win.
As long as your cooking time is minimum. If it doesn't matter if you have the outfit or not. As long as your cooking time is at the 0.9 when it starts, it's still a 1.2 cook time. But as long as it's at a 0.9 when it fires off, then it'll be roughly an hour. And the way you can time it is
set it. The alchemy.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so I can't lose any more time then, because I'm at the, below 1 second.
Okay. So yeah, you're at min, and there's no, at the point for you, it's the you're getting it for the alchemy costume for the EXP.
Okay. Okay, well then I'll wait until they give out another free one of those sets. Because so far they've given out
That one.
the sets at least twice.
The Magnus quests suck. Yeah, the Magnus quests are a unique thing to the game. And a lot of people don't like them. Like, that's been a pretty consistent thing. Now,
I
for the
mean,
free
they
gear,
were a
it's
lot
worth.
worse. They were a lot worse when it came out. So they count your blessings.
I wouldn't know. I've only done it
Now,
when it first came out.
well, it's a lot fucking easier now. A lot easier.
Noted. I'll do it again when the Seraph gets the Magnus skill, then I'll go do it.
Because you literally don't do anything as much. Like you can blast through Magnus so quick, especially after going through the hell and high water like we did. You go through that one time, you'd be like, oh, I'm glad they fixed this.
Nice.
So yeah, the Magnus quest sucks, but
doesn't suck as bad
it
as
was
what
a
we
lot
did
worse.
then. Okay.
Yeah. It was
Okay,
fucking
I don't
bad.
feel so bad for him now because they're not dealing with what we dealt with.
No. No, they get to basically like stream themselves through it. They just have to like kind of watch a video and just kind of follow along, and that's it.
Noted.
I made a lot of people go through the. I've put myself through at least a few of my friends' accounts. While at their house, I'll be like, "Oh yeah, well I'll just run it for you, man."
They're like, oh, thank God.
Yeah,
Fuck this shit.
yeah, no. I can tell you it was a pain. I'm just happy that they fixed it.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean much because I just don't think that there should be that big of a quest line for Magnus. Honestly, it should be way less.
But it is giving away a free pen piece of gear and all the infinite storage. Or the ability
Right.
to go between storages. So
Right.
that's kind of OP. Well, you can get the
It's
storage part by just going down to the bottom and paying the energy to talk to each one of the regions, and you can do that. But the free pen gear is from a reward, so.
correct. And you know, I would say that reward is still worth it, but it's starting to lose its value.
The pen?
Yeah.
So I was about to say, that storage shit is fucking invaluable. They will never understand the struggle. They will never. Anybody who starts the game post Magnus will never understand that struggle.
Yeah, I was like, you know, in some cases my brain still goes, no, I gotta go to this storage. I gotta go to that storage. Dumbass, the storages are connected, fool.
Yep. Like, when
Yeah,
I
it was
moved from Calpheon to Grana, that was like 8 horse trips back and forth, fully fucking loaded, while still transporting shit through the transport, which took, at that point, that transport run from Calpheon to Kamasil was about 35 minutes.
Nope, I did the smart thing and just built my idol up and called it a day. And
Well,
then
the
I built
grand
up
scheme of
Grana
things was going to be, the grand scheme was Calpheon had one of the biggest houses in the game at the time that was super cheap to get a hold of. Calpheon? You don't know about the Calpheon house?
No, I've been looking for a big house other than the stupid big one I have in Grana.
Well, the Grana one's but Calpheon? It should
Yeah, I'm
be,
serious. I'm looking for Edgar, and I thought that they were all like small houses.
no, this one's fucking nuts. Hold on. Let me go to Calpheon. There's somebody got to be over there in Calpheon right now. There. Let's go see I Was Worthy. I'll find the exact house for you, because I used to own it. And it was a bittersweet day when we pulled the contribution from it, because I own that thing since fucking 2017, 2018. When I finally found it. Yeah, I held on to that house forever. I mean, I had cash shop items in the in the house on the walls and shit, so should be over in here.
Run that damn quest line through Calpheon so much. I know Calpheon like the back of my hand.
Yep. Did you ever do the contribution dailies in here?
Yeah, I did them, and then it was like shortly after I started, like about a few months after I started, it started dying
Okay.
off.
Do you remember coming over to this guy and getting the high quality wine from this fucker? Way back when? And then running over to Night Vendor with it?
Yup.
those days were exploits. All right, so you know where I am right now, right? Troll face is over there. Okay. This house. So down here, you would stack all your alchemy stations. Because alchemy, you would always be less. And then up here is where all the cook stations would be. But he does not know how to stack his cook stations. I had it way more compact in here than this. So you're actually supposed to... Yeah, so you're actually supposed to run the alchemy stations this way, vertically. Not horizontally. And then you do another set over here. And you can put them on the sides here. And then you can put another row... Full row over here. Yeah, he's missing out on so many alchemy stations. But yeah, this is one of the biggest houses in Calpheon. Remember when you needed to make tools because I couldn't repair it? Yep. Having to make the lucky sturdy whatever tools they were before, back when the lucky tools were like the OP shit. Yeah, no, that was the fucked up shit back then. It's having to make those to go out and gather. So, but yeah, that's the house that if you want in Calpheon. But at this point, it's better just to get the manor. It's 5 contribution points. It's cheaper than any of the others. And there's significantly more room.
Floor layout.
But now with all the repair kits,
wrong, my house. Sorry,
I was gonna say with all the repair kits, you only need 2 stations. So,
yeah. Yeah, I know at my Grana house, what's this, Grana 4? Yeah, that one. Ooh,
I think I know which
it's
one.
a whole big boy.
Grana 1 is Grana 1's the better to have, but yeah, Grana 4, yeah, that's
Grana 4 is the biggest house there.
Yep, it's the 3-story one with all the shit in it. Yeah. Grana 1's the better one to have though in terms of location because all the vendors are right there at it.
True. I mean, I was just happy because at the time when Grana came out, it was like, oh my god, this is a thing out here.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna grab the biggest house I could find.
That thing used to be worth like 8-10 contribution points back then.
Fuck yeah, it was.
Fucking massive. Then they finally did the contribution squish there in Grana, and I'm like, that's still not enough. Try it again. Do it again.
Yeah, I still think that it needs to be further down.
Well, originally, Jay said they were going to make all contribution 1. It was going to be 1 per on all of them. But that didn't last long. By the time that update came out, we got half of what we were told we were going to get. Because he only changed the main nodes. He didn't change, like, the gateways they reduced 1, and some of the more expensive nodes they reduced 1, but they should have done all nodes to 1. Would have been better. It would have made contribution go so much further and so much better.
I agree. I mean, don't get me wrong, right now, somehow I'm blasting myself up in contribution every time I turn in. I never was turning in my fairy's breath.
So, contribution got changed about 5 months ago. And they released the hard cap. So, where you used to get... So, originally, from 501 to 502 was the same as going from 1 to 501 in terms of contribution EXP. But here, just recently, they a few months ago, they did a they changed how contribution worked in this from the sense of 500 and beyond. Now it's a more normal curve, so the hard cap is now gone, and it just exponentially gets slightly more difficult every level you go up. So, that's the only reason why I'm even at 509 now, because I thought I was going to hit 50. That's why my goal was only 501, because I knew I could get the 501. Because it was like some like 2 to 3 million crafts to go from one to the next, and I'm like, no, that's not worth by no means.
Well,
all right, there's 2 keys. You went robotic.
Sorry. Full energy.
Nice.
On my Fisher. I realize. So if I was, but the only problem with gathering. Wait, never mind. I'm just trying to contemplate how I would gather on my main character, because I don't usually gather on my main character.
You gather on everybody. You just jump in and do it all.
Cappers or that.
What is the tent or the campsite for?
I don't have that bag.
What bag?
That.
Oh, so you can't just chug your shit along. Okay, so the tent is for several different things.
Repairing.
Yep, you repair the shops to buy certain buffs, especially if you're running all the buffs. These get really good. If not, you get the same all these buffs
too.
Gold's fucking worthless though. And then the Villa Scrolls as well. Yeah, you can sell gold.
You could sell your gold bars too.
But that's pretty outdated. It's pretty outdated at this point. But the repairing function is really good. And then it's $50 normally, but every new account gets a 30% off coupon, and that's what we normally recommend people spend the 30% off on, is buying the tent, and you call that the purchase of Black Desert. After that, because anybody who gets the game for less than $10 is not really buying Black Desert. They're just buying the shell of the game. And that tent can be considered the cost of buying Black Desert. Especially if you're going to get serious about playing it. It's very useful to have.
It's needed.
So, but with...
It's almost needed. Like, you almost can't play without it.
I can get behind that. Like, okay, so think about it like...
Don't get me wrong, like my aunt doesn't have it.
But you can make a version of it. It's not as good. There is the stuff that you can get, and it's annoying. But it is possible to have a version of that tent, just not as good.
Yeah, the free one, it kills itself every time you touch it. Like it has the durability, and you can't just repair it. You had to go replace it.
Yes. So the premium tent is one of the first things that I tell, a lot of new players to jump in and buy.
Yep.
And rip the band-aid off if they're gonna be serious about playing back Black Desert. If not, then don't worry about it. You're not gonna notice it that much if you're that type of player. But to buy the buffs, repair, yeah, no, that's got value all in its own. That just can't be beat.
Yeah, the main buffs from it is like the church buffs. It's don't get me wrong, you can run to a church and go grab it, but the main thing is the villa buffs.
Yeah, but the villa buffs can
That
only
villa
be
buff
got
just by itself when you're killing stuff.
But here's the thing, the tent and the villa buff are not synonymous with each other. The villa buff requires the Book of Old Moon.
No.
So or you have to go buy a villa invitation, which is 5 mil a week, which is nothing. Right. So you would need to carry a Villa of Life and a Villa of Combat on you at all times for every week. And that, I believe, still I think that required gold bars to purchase. At least it did when I last did it. But, so you can get the Villa buffs. I mean, I've had a Book of Old Moon running since the day they released it, so I'll never not know what that is anymore. I'm also the guy who used to own all 3 villas. So, I mean... Do I get coupons? No. It would be...
You should use a coupon.
You're gonna have to... At this point, you're waiting for it to go on sale. Which it does. It'll get like a 25% off sale.
I was just gonna say,
for summer is most likely what's gonna happen. So I would just wait.
It gets to 30.
Okay. Yes, you get a 30% off coupon for being a brand new player. So that is definitely a thing, but you have to be a brand new player. Like, brand new, just created the account player. Like, you have to have all the new player rewards coming in. But then if your account is brand new and you're getting all of the new adventurer rewards, then yes, you would have the coupon, but it only lasts for so many days before it gets expired. It'll be under login rewards. Yeah, so where it says welcome back for me, it should say new player adventure or something like that here under that. And it's one of the first few days. So like here, I've got the 30% on the welcome back.
The one way that you could check is just by going into the Pearl shop and checking your coupon book in the top right.
It's also down in the bottom right of your screen too, if you have a coupon.
Oh, yeah. There's also, bottom right of the screen. It'll, like, yell at you.
Mm-hmm.
Or, like I said, like, you could basically just wait for you to get the right amount of loyalties and burn it on you could burn it on a 40% discount. It'd take a while,
the loyalties are better spent elsewhere. Since those reset once a year, those are better spent. Those are better spent elsewhere.
I mean, for me, I like to burn them on the Blessing Old Moon pack because I play for free.
I'd have to go through and actually do the math on them again. I knew what I wanted to do last time. I was gonna buy worker lodging with it.
Is that what I could buy with it? Oh yeah, oh fucker, yeah. Oh well. Replacement Working Lodge is 19,000 loyalties.
But my issue is I don't know if I can add new to, because I've already bought all the lodging from the cash shop. So if it is the same as the cash shop,
They changed everything in the loyalties, so you should be able to get what's there again.
Well, what I'm saying is if I've already bought all the paid lodging, I don't know if I can add another lodging with those things. That's what I've got to figure out. Because that's what I was going to gamble it on. Because I had like 80,000 loyalties before I quit.
Well, in theory, well, that's the problem is you more than likely don't fucking have that now. Because they changed that just, like, not too long ago. Where they redid the loyalties, and they actually redid it, like, twice.
Yeah, I was there on the original rework, and they were there. But I was saving it up because I was going to buy it
again.
Well, no, it's every year it just refreshes. It's the same thing as it was the first time.
No, I mean no, this time they reworked it again, like actual rework, where they got rid of everybody's loyalty points.
Yeah, they just it resets every year. That's how that was set up when it was remade. Mm-hmm. It was going to be a limited 365-day timer. You have 365 days to spend it. On the 366th day, everything resets to 0. Because they don't want you to hoard and have hundreds of thousands like we had prior.
I mean, I guess, but I think that's dumb because, yeah.
Yeah, so no, it's a reset every year. Path of choice. It's whatever the new player. It's one of the 3. It's gonna be one of those tabs up there at the top. You're still probably getting the rewards from that event, which is great. Keep getting those. That's a shit ton of crons. Even though, again, we have lobotomized Black Desert players. They got a Gamba.
Gamba. Hell, I can still get the 6 weight limits from the loyalty shop.
That is one of the things that you need to get first. That is one of the, for new players. That's
I got the old one when it came out, but I haven't touched it since. Apparently, they re-upped it.
That 50, you could use that if you wanted on it, or you would end up, if you're going to be a spending player, that might be better used on weights. But yes, that 50% coupon is probably what you're going to use for the tent if you're not going to spend on anything else.
That's actually really nice for using it on the tent, especially if there's a discount on the tent.
Well, there won't be at that point. Because that's literally the next.
Just not that long ago.
Yeah, well, that's going to claim today, and then in 3 days that expires from the actual ticket. Which means the best you could do is stall it out 10 days in total before it expires. What else is there to buy? In a single one-shot item, it would be one of the $60 weights. Would be it. But the tent, honestly, I think would take precedent over that.
Yeah, the tent is you regardless, you buy the tent first. It's you cucking yourself if you don't buy that damn tent.
Yeah, because if you come down here to function weight, there are these packs in here that are the weight limit increases, and this is $66 worth of pearls. So with that coupon, you'd get this for $30, and you'd get you'd get 750 weight for $30. But
that's a whole character's worth of weight.
Yeah,
technically.
But I would probably pop it on the tent if you're not going to be a big spending player. Because that cuts the tent down from $30 to like $15. So.
Never mind, I can't buy no weight limits on this character. Dang it. Now I'm sad.
No, that was just the main weight section in the Pearl Shop. But the character, what you're in, yes, you're in the welcome package, so that's all for new players. So you do have a brand new account.
Yeah, it's a brand new account. Brand new. Buddy.
Faru.
Damn it. Well, I'd hoped that they would have allowed me to buy more on my actual main character. No.
Brand new account that's really 9 years old. No. Basically, if I understand this correctly, if you did not do the server merge, that account got wiped, so you basically rebought the account with the same username that you had prior. Yeah, so technically it is 9 years old, but if you didn't do the transfer, then yes, that's a brand new account. So
If you did the transfer, just think of how much money would have been in there, man. In the daily login.
15, 20 billion.
Yeah.
I came back to 10 billion after 6 months.
That's wild.
But I mean, now I get 117 million a day, so now that's every 10 days I get 1 billion silver, so 100 days is 10 billion.
Oh, 1 hour at Orbita at the 200% server EXP on level 0 to or level 1 to 61 character.
Mm-hmm.
Only 61 and 0.10%.
Okay.
From Orbita anyway.
And that's without all the super cracked buffs?
That's with as much cracked buffs as I could possibly muster.
Oh, so I was doing better with Ethereum.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I was saying that Ethereum was really good for EXP. It's better than Darkseekers.
Yeah.
And Darkseekers is slightly better than Gyphon.
Is there a way to see what the apparel boxes look like? Yeah, so just click on the you gotta want to make sure you're on the class specific tab when you're looking at all the apparel shit, and you can see what they look like on your class. With a 50% off coupon, you're probably gonna want to buy one of the premium outfits for sure. Just so that you get all the weapons and shit on it.
Yeah, you want all 8 pieces, regardless.
And then once you'd have that, then you can get the smaller versions and do whatever with those.
So that'd be a premium box and an underwear box.
The good news is they give out enough outfits
Underwears.
that you don't need. Well, I was gonna say outfits that you don't really need to buy them anymore.
That's true.
So the choose your outfit box, you're gonna have to basically look up what's in each box and then go look at each costume in the market.
Mm-hmm.
And then when it comes to like the premium selection box, it's any of the premium outfits that cost 3,900 or 3,400 pearls. It's any one of those on your character you can select from. So not really. Some of it comes with time. You just kind of remember what your outfits look like. And you're like, oh yeah, that's what that outfit looks like. But for new players, no, that's definitely not the easy route.
Because they'll just tell you, they'll just blat at you and tell you what comes in the box, but not show you what's in the box.
What's in the fucking box?
Just tell me what it looks like. Why do I have to Google it? Because there's some that like I've got like on my Ranger. My Ranger has a rare one that I've never seen like ever. Burn.
Yeah, that they retired that outfit. They retired the burn outfit
And
a
I was like,
long time ago.
yeah. Well, that's one of the ones that I'm always like, motherfucker, you know.
They also
I had to look that
retired
up because I
the
was like,
La
what's the burn
Arcienza.
outfit?
They retired that one too. That was a good one. They used to have a great leg boot in it.
Oh yeah.
And then they got rid of it.
Yeah. Yeah, I got a lot of random ones that they've gotten rid of, and then yeah, I don't understand why they did that. That's like
no
it
idea.
just makes me feel like I'm driving my. That's like me when I'm driving my 2015 Subaru BRZ Series Blue because it's a 1 out of 500 car.
Ah, nice.
And mine's number 311.
Nice, even better. So if you
Yeah,
don't
and
blast
it's
311 music
crystal.
in it, I'm very disappointed in you.
I've never thought about that.
How? What? How? Oh my god.
But I actually like 311.
And you never once thought about that. Holy shit. Well, you have one job next time you get in that car.
Blood curdling metal.
I mean, I do all the time too, but every now and then you gotta listen to the stoner shit. Shit, I went and saw 311 at on 311 day in New Orleans. Oh my god, we were in the Superdome for 8.5 hours, and listen, I don't smoke at all, but let me tell you, the contact high from being in that building for 8 fucking hours. There wasn't a person in there that wasn't lightly stoned, because I promise you, the people behind me were hitting it so hard all fucking night long. I mean, I got out, my head was all tingly and shit, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, the contact high version is not as fun as the normal one. I'll say that you get like headaches and stuff from the contact high.
But yeah, I mean, it was a wild thing. I mean, it was 8 hours. They basically did 2 4-hour sets.
That would have been cool though.
Yeah, I mean, they made it a holiday there in New Orleans because they did it for so many years down there. And they did it in the Superdome.
Damn.
And of course, it was after Katrina, so I mean, shit was still damaged.
Ooh. Yeah.
So like, I mean, you could still drive around and see trees just piled up, buildings still were destroyed, and I mean, you're walking. I mean, it was like a year, 3 or 4 years after Katrina, and I mean, you could still just see just decimation everywhere.
Destruction. Well, in the Louisiana area, you know just as much as I do. There's a lot of places in the South that don't have money. Louisiana is one of those places. It's like
but
Alabama.
Here's the thing, though. It's not even about the money. It's about the fact that they're fucking retarded and they consistently want to live below sea level.
That too.
And it was also the fact that they negligently didn't maintain the levees. That's also part of the issue. So it's like
there's three things already adding up against them.
Yes. So the main thing was though the levees. That was like,
yeah.
That to me is like the biggest red flag. Like that's what put them underwater for months. Yes. So
it's not hard to ask the government for that kind of protection bundle fucking help, where they'll just come in and have the army of Corps of Engineers. Yeah, the Corps of Engineers. They'll just come in there and fucking totally rewrite that shit and make it fucking beautiful.
I mean, shit, if worst case scenario, they'll bring in the Navy Seabees in. Like, I mean, they can build shit in record time.
Yeah. Them too. I mean, I've been to a few places where them Army Corps of Engineers do shit where they totally rework waters and make things like there's this place in Arkansas or Missouri or not it might be one of the two where it's like the highest point of the area they built three man-made lakes
Mm-hmm.
that controls the whole area's like water levels and all kinds of other stuff, and it's a beautiful spot.
I can imagine.
Like it's amazing how they did like everything because it's like they got massive dams and it's cool.
But like the whole thing
And
with like Katrina was it's people didn't listen. When they said evacuate, people stayed behind. We're going to write it out.
Mm-hmm.
And now it became the poster child of when somebody says, I'm going to sit through a hurricane, you point at Hurricane Katrina and be like, you remember this?
You remember that, right?
And you...
No, I tell my family who live in Florida all the fucking time. I'm like, you do know that a hurricane's coming, like, actually toward you, right?
We'll write it out. It's fine. We'll have a hurricane party. It'll be over with. Yeah, no, I mean,
I've been down there when I've been down like in the on the other side when a hurricane hit, but they live more inland, so there's no way that it'd ever get flooded. But you felt the hurricane.
oh yeah. I've been in Florida during hurricanes, and it's fucking...
It's wild.
Being in the center of the eye is a
tornadoes
weird feeling. It's a really weird feeling being in the center of the eye.
I've never did the eye thing.
I just it's... I didn't really want to do it, but yeah, no, I rode out a hurricane once. It was a thing. But like when you look at New Orleans and like everything that went on there was so much that went wrong that could have been prevented. But the big one was the people not wanting to evacuate. That's what made it such a catastrophe. Yeah, sure, it was flooded for what, months before they could get it like actually to drain.
Yeah,
and the Superdome, like the Superdome being one of the refuge shelters, they said it was nearly destroyed when they got into it. Like it became a thing of, well, do they tear it down? Well, they're talking about inside. People were just shitting just random places because their plumbing was done. And they're like saying they didn't know if they were going to have to tear it down because of the structural damage it took because it actually took the brunt force of the hurricane. So
I remember that.
It's when we get like natural disasters now, it's something that people need to think twice about when it comes to like flood zones and stupid shit like that.
Correct. I mean, it did rewrite the books.
And then wasn't it like a few months later, another one came through there? A year later, another Cat 5 rolled through, but they had the shit all managed so it like didn't fuck it up nearly as bad. And it was like, wow, who the fuck pissed off Mother Nature?
Yeah, no, that's true. I mean, they got slammed one after another. And then it wasn't even that long ago when it got like triple slammed. And then like 2 years ago, they got hit by like 4 different hurricanes or 3 different hurricanes, and it spawned like 200 freaking tornadoes.
Oh yeah, I remember that one.
Oh my fucking god, that was rough. My Aunt Heather's seen 3 tornadoes spawn in West Palm herself.
That's wild.
I was like, are you kidding me? She was like, dude, and the freaking the hurricane's on the other side.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, that's wild. Because it crossed, that was the one that, the major one was the one that crossed from like Tampa Bay Area to almost Daytona.
Okay.
It like crossed the state. And it's rare to have a hurricane cross the state like that.
Yeah.
Usually it'll like come in inland and then just like disperse.
I mean, the craziest thing I've seen so far living in Georgia is the fact that we actually got one of the upper bands of a one of the larger hurricanes that came through here about 10, 15 years ago. I can't remember the name of it.
One bad one that
It came up, and then it actually the actual band came through Georgia, and I'm like, holy shit, that was some rain and wind. But it was the less dangerous side of it, from what I remember. But still, the fact that Georgia actually got one that far inland, like, cause I think the eye came over Savannah or something like that. I want to say, like, it made it, like, it came up and then actually came onto Savannah, and then we got the bands of it.
Yeah, I remember that.
And then that ended up climbing and basically coasting all the way up to New York. Got the same hurricane. Hurricane. Not tropical storm. Hurricane.
Hurricane, yeah. In New York.
That was the crazy thing. And I've also seen one where it kind of came and looped back around and almost regenerated. It was like, I want to say early 2000s. One kind of came inland. It went up towards like Indiana, Ohio, and then started turning around. And they said if it ends up hitting this point over here, they said it actually could regenerate into a tropical storm. And I'm like, excuse me, what?
Yeah, there's actually, that happens a few times actually, because the if it hits up by my area, that's where the jet stream is.
Yeah.
And the jet stream hits up and it kind of coasts over towards New York area, and then kind of hobbles up and over towards UK area.
Yep.
Which is why they have their climate the way it is, because otherwise it'd be fucking cold as fuck up there.
Yeah. See, I've always had that intrusive thought, but like, why can't we just fucking nuke it? And then I actually like looked into it, and it's like the amount of nuclear power that would be needed to disperse a hurricane is nuts.
Yeah, no, hurricanes are a lot more destructive force than even a tornado, and tornadoes are like crazy.
And then I think it ended up being that Zach D. Films ended up doing a thing on it, and he ended up saying I think you needed like 150 nuclear bombs to go off at almost the exact same time in order to actually disperse the energy. Like, the worst that you would do is you might move the wall a little bit with one. I'm like, okay, never mind. Damn, the outfits look so much, male outfits look so much cooler. I mean, some of the males look really, really good. Some of the female outfits look really good. Males definitely do better. Titties, obviously, and skirts.
Yeah.
Titties, skirts, and high heels.
They fuck they cater to.
But when it comes to some of the outfits, like one of my favorites is the male shoot-at outfit. It does look better than the female, but I mean, I'm still gonna rock the female shoot-at outfit. The wizard one is to me the best because that staff looks awesome.
Yeah, I do like them. The male shoot-ats, they're like pretty aggressive. Oh, that's my daily right there. Nightingale.
Nice. That seems like it's fun.
Yep, carbon fiber hood, carbon fiber mirrors. I got BC Racing coilovers and.
Mine's just a 2014 Mustang GT California edition. Stock. I hadn't done.
That you have a California edition 2014. The Mustang in the back, my 67, is a California edition.
Nice.
Has a specific center console that Mustangs didn't come with. And it came with a specific like interior package. It's almost like a pony package.
Yeah, this was a unicorn when I found it. It only had 300 miles on it, and the guy was getting rid of it in a divorce.
Do you know what the production number is on that one?
I would have to go...
Or how much productions they made of it?
I don't remember. I'd have to go look.
Because a lot of cases, depending on the color, depending on the year, even just a Ford GT can be considered extremely rare, depending on its options and packages that was bought with
No, it's just so outfits are character bound. So once you buy it, that is that character's outfit, and you cannot transfer. So, and here's the shit thing: is if you make a second guardian or a second witch or second wizard, they cannot transfer that outfit.
Nope. Even things like the fucking horn, which you would think should be family bound.
It's again why we say the game's not very alt friendly, because you have to buy certain aspects. But that's also where I have spent a fuck ton of money in this game. I'm gonna go ahead and put this out there, just so you can understand one class. No, the tent is family bound. I had at one point every wizard outfit, and I mean every wizard outfit I had during my wizard phase. So if it was new, it came out, whatever, I had all of them. All right, I got 12 minutes left to try to burn 144 fucking energy. There's a lot of stuff in the game that's family bound, and there's stuff that is character bound. Now, the good news is, technically, there are 3 costumes in the game that are family bound. The Nuverkant outfit, which is a very rare and stupidly expensive Nuver outfit. There is the Laura Zeka outfit, and there is the Adanya outfit. So there are 3 costumes that can be transferred to all classes. Well, I take that back. The, Laura Zeka, I think you have to pick male or female.
Correct.
Because of the boob window. Which, why would you not pick the boob window? Logic. But,
I mean, I have the Laura Zeka.
Yeah, Laura Zeka is, it's one of the ones you can grind up. It's not stupidly hard to get, but it is not something you're going to get just day one.
Yeah, you're definitely. I mean, no, you'll never get the chest piece right away. We'll just say that. You'll get the helmet maybe right away because of Thornwood.
Yeah,
Thornwood, you could basically be out there like mid Tavala gear.
So there's the Nuverkant outfit. I don't know how exactly they spelled it. It's Nuver's outfit. And it requires some astronomical amount of silver to make.
It's Nuver and then Kantt.
Nuverkant. Yeah, Nuverkant.
Or Kant, yeah. Or Kant, yeah.
And that is done through the...
astronomically fucked to make.
It's like, what, 80 bill to make it?
Yeah, no, it's a stupid thing. And you have to keep showing up for Nuver, like, for a long time.
I've got all the pieces to make it. I just need to... I just don't want to spend the money on making it. Because I've got every piece. Because when I was doing the Garmoth Pity, I farmed all the pieces doing that blood version. So I've got 3 of the wings, and I got 1 of the horns. And then I've got 124 of the stones.
Let's see, you're trying to get another inverted heart.
Well, that's what I was doing then. I got it. You know, I did that version.
Oh.
That's where I got the inverted heart from, was farming that shit.
Oh god.
Yeah. Requires a value pack running, or the Merv's palette, but basically the value pack has Merv palette in it, so you can dye stuff to be whatever color you want. And they've gotten better about it now that you can actually, like, get a color wheel and stuff. The other one is called Adanya. The Adanya armor, which requires all 4 pieces of the Adanya. That's not something you're going to grab. You're guaranteed that. You just got to get the 4 armor pieces.
Which isn't easy to get.
No. I spent 356 billion in crons alone trying to get my helm to whaling. So we'll put that out there in perspective. 350 billion in crons.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not counting the others to get it up to that. That is just the try to, or the silent to whaling. So
yeah, we're not counting any of the other steps.
Lorzeka looks the coolest. Yeah, I like both. I like the Adanya has kind of like this dark kind of vibe to it. The Orzeka kind of has this bonesy looking kind of vibe to it.
Yep.
The Nuver one's kind of the dumbest one of them all, and it's the most expensive. And I'm like, that kind of sucks. So every time I see one of those dumbasses running around with that title above their head, I'm going, huh, dumbass. Like, you wasted so much money for that fucking outfit, and they're not even wearing it.
And the worst part is, they're not wearing it.
Yeah, that's where it gets really bad. It's like, okay, I'm hoping this is your alt. But I see it every now and then on somebody, and I'm like, alright. Because the Adanya one actually glows. And you can change the dye color of the glow.
Correct.
So. But the cool thing is, you don't actually need the outfit. Just as you get the pieces, you can just hide your costume and it'll look like that. But the outfit can be moved to anybody.
Yeah, that's all I do is I'll hide my costume and I'll be like, oh, I'm big boy now. What you gonna do?
And me, I can go put it on a level 1 alt and be like, what you gonna do about it?
Yeah, that's what I would do. I would tag in a level 1. Let me go run around fully geared. You best believe it's not the first time I've done it.
Not buying an outfit now. You still want to buy one, or when you get, you either need to buy one or you need to make sure you save one of the premium boxes because you will want the weapon and the you will want all that stuff for it.
With the event going on, you can get one from there too.
Yep, there's a thankful premium box in there, I believe.
I would take that before spending money right now on it.
You used the premium already? So you already have an outfit. Correct? That's all I'm saying is you just need one.
And then
as long as you didn't use it for crons. Yeah. You're wanting it for the set effect. So that you get all the extra
durability reduction at the last 8 pieces, I think, is the important one. That does require underwear.
Yes. Oh.
They do give out underwear every now and then.
Every now and then. You can get some free panties.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
I have been a receiver of free panties before.
Yes, you can get them there bend panties, them there barrel panties.
Now, every now and then, they actually do give out, like, the swims... Like, they did for a few years, they gave out the swimsuit, where it was a universal swimsuit you could put on people. That was fun. I didn't end up getting it. That's the shit thing. I just missed that event.
Same.
But I know Aaron's got it.
I didn't log in.
I know Aaron's got it, because it was a yellow bikini.
Oh, well, I got a yellow and a blue one that are like that.
The one outfit I wish they would rerun one more time is the diving suit. But I think they know that thing is too fucking OP, and it would never sell them another shark suit again.
Like the whole diving suit?
Yeah, that diving suit that came from the water event in the Land of Boring Light.
The helmet.
No, it's the full suit. It's a full diving suit. So when you see people walking around and they look like they're in a full scuba tank of gear, that diving set. It was an event.
I have it. I
Huh?
have it. I just don't know where the fuck it's at.
Search for it. Control F.
Now that you mention it, I'm starting to think I probably should search for it.
Because I know you have to put it through. You have to put in a weapon coupon on it so that it makes it an outfit, not a costume or a. Because I believe it goes on your normal armor spot. But if you put a weapon equipment tailoring coupon on it, it will turn it into a costume. And then that costume is family bound, and it is better than the shark suit. So.
Yeah, the shark suit gives you underwater breathing.
Yes, but it's underwater and the swim speed's faster. You can swim. So if you have a Corsair, you can swim so much faster with that.
Fuck yeah.
Like, it's the best underwater gathering.
Swimming suit
Is already dumb, yeah. Stamina is your only hindrance at that point.
Really, dog? You're really gonna wait for me to sit down and then get right in my lap? Okay.
Of course. Why wouldn't it?
Because he's a fucking lap dog and he fucking thinks he owns the place.
I mean, obviously. They have to.
So technically the two suits, as far as swimming speed's concerned, are technically the same, but the shark suit does give you a 10% stamina reduction while swimming.
But I think the swim speed should be faster on the diving.
No.
There's one part about it that made it better.
The shark suit is 90% if you have the set effect or is wearing something from it, but if you're wearing the set, it's 59%. But the Splat Fishers is 90% swim speed if you're wearing something from the kit, and then the set is jump height and swimming speed 59%. So they are the same.
Oh, wait, are you talking about the fish suit?
Yeah.
No, the diving suit. No, this is a diving suit. It's literally a diver's helmet and a single skinned outfit. Like, it's not.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I was just comparing it to like the ones you could buy.
Oh, okay. All right.
And so I figured that the shark one was better than the other one, but they are actually the same. The only difference is underwater breathing and jump height.
Thin Essence of Life gets added to this edit spot.
So let's see, you're diving.
All right, Ash Sap. So I did 1 hour, 2400, 700 energy, Agris, 20,000.
You're saying the bubbly diving suit?
I believe is what it is.
So you're saying I can turn that into a coupon?
Yes.
Thing?
Yes, that becomes
that is way better. No. Well, no. It says 90% too. But the underwater breathing part is where it's crazy, because it gives you 2 minutes of underwater breathing.
It allows you to stay underwater longer for gathering.
Because the swim speed's only 90% if you.
That's what it is.
Where the other swimsuits add an extra 59% swim speed. So that makes sense. I mean, I have it.
You should probably coupon that at some point, because that's very rare and not... but, I mean, if you're not doing underwater gathering, you don't really need it. I'm going to be real.
I've never underwater gathered. I don't even know. I mean, I know where spots are, but I don't know what the point of it is other than glue.
875, 1115.
Because it seems like you could make money on doing underwater gathering, but
yeah,
I'm not doing it.
Caphras. $96. Deep hoop root 3, leadless paddles 1, stones 0, chests 2, artifacts 2. I need to save and redo it.
I have an equipment tailoring coupon.
I mean,
so I can do it.
Could be worse.
Bubbly. Right clicking. Now what do we do with that?
And then 53. So this is now 1.7 billion. Okay. So it's added about another 500 million to 600 million more silver. Okay.
Now I have the costume bubbly diving suit. Haha. Okay, well, you know what? I'm glad you reminded me that I even have something crazy like that.
And now that's family bound, so now you don't need to ever buy a shark suit for anybody.
No, I did not buy any of that. I did take the one free one that they gave out one time.
Yeah, because they normally give out like a limited time event version.
They always give out a limited one like per character, but I mean like there was one time where they gave out a permanent one.
Okay, so let's update the.
So of course my main character has that on her.
Let's now go Serendia, Glish, and Ash is now at 77,512, and Birch is now 90,430. Okay, so I only need 6,000 more Ash Sep, so that's one more run there. I need one more run on Caphras Sap, and then we're done with that. So Pine is going to come from the thing, so I need to do one more Snowfield Cedar as well. So let's see here. How many of these Medea essences? So I've already got 589 of those essences. So that's 1.7 billion I have in just essences that I could sell.
I mean,
doing all right. I'm just saying. We're doing all right.
Yeah. Well, I'm saying, I mean,
I'm not a complete broke bitch, but...
So the better question is those event items, or not event items, is the treasure items turning into money for you then?
It's looking like it.
Equating...
It's definitely increasing the price. I'll put it that way. We're definitely getting more per hour because of that. Now it's time to go do... I'll do one more, and then I'll go do dinner and shit. Alright, so who's down here? There's some of these fuckers that are down here in Elton. The Kuno's in Elton. The Valkyrie's in Elton. Alright, we'll go do the Valkyrie. Or the Kuno. Alright. So... Snowfield Cedar Sap. Okay, got the donkey. Now we need the thing here. We need to pull out the Caphras so that this doesn't stack up for the next grind.
Trying to think of what. I'm still thinking of where a good spot would be to go with the Maywa. Because she's fast, so she'd be pretty good at gathering in a spot that has a lot of nodes. Or maybe spread out nodes, I don't know.
Well, I mean, are you going for money or are you going for resources?
That's a better question. I mean, right now I was thinking of, because I do need stuff to make like the simple stuff for alchemy.
Okay.
I ran out of the clear liquids and the pure powders.
So at that point, you're basically looking at Bear Riverhead.
That's what I was thinking. I was like,
and I mean,
well,
but you're not gonna, you're not. It doesn't matter at that point if you're, that's not gonna matter if you're speedy or not.
No, and that's the other thing is that's not where the mail would be. That's why I was thinking of maybe the Capra's route. Almost thinking the Capra's route. But I can't do anything with those things, as far as I'm aware.
Somebody's on this channel gathering this. I'm almost certain of it.
On my channel?
On this channel.
Oh.
Okay, that's up, that's down, that's up, that's up, that's up. I'm gonna run the rotation. I see a horse. Yep, it's a guy doing chopping. And he's running it counter. Alright, fuck it. I'll leave him be. If I actually had gear, I'd probably pop him.
Is it time to do your weekly Adana Castle?
I was gonna actually think about hopping over real quick and doing the I need to do an Adania, but I also need to go do my things real quick.
Yeah, because until we get I think until we get like 375 AP, we can't even get more than one Adana stone per week.
Yeah, you have to have the AP to get into the next Nymphomere.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the suck part because it's like for me, I'm only a handful of AP away from it, but damn it.
Yeah, because they put hard caps on this shit.
And I hate the fact that it's weekly gated for the stones, but
they also don't want people just tapping away easily. So, all right, let's go knock out the we'll do this, then I'll probably get going then, and then we'll just do since it's the weekend, we'll just chill and do whatever we can until I get tired. I mean, we got 2 hours now done, which took out the brunt of what I needed. We still have to do a shit ton, and I mean a actual shit ton of Bear Riverhead. Like, I will go full fucking retard on that. That's where I'll probably pop the energy, the mastery, and we'll go
full buff rotation.
Yes. Probably run perfumes and everything. Just so that I can get that done. I'm debating if I'm going to who I'm gonna do that on.
Dude, at the rate that you're doing stuff, I don't know. I'd almost be wanting to spend the 30 bill for the damn stone. I mean, it's not much of an increase for gathering item drop rate, but it is an
increase. Yeah.
Yeah. And right now, with the rate that you're technically bringing in money, it probably won't work.
Yeah, but it's that 30 bill.
That you're doing stuff, it will make itself. It will definitely make its money back. And you should have plenty of the mystical spirit powder to repair it for free for a while.
Oh yeah, I mean that's the repairing. I've got 8,000 of that shit right now.
I know. I think I got like a whole. I got a whole like 5,000 from that stupid event.
It was epic, absolutely epic. Saved me from having to go grind polys. So I
still prevailed.
So
now, see, I feel like I'd rather grind goddamn. Well, yeah, grinding polys would be good because I would do the life skill and just killing them. Because I'd actually gather from them too to try to hopefully get truffles.
I wouldn't waste my time. I'd go for do a guild quest or something and just farm them up and try to get some life stones and leave. It's normally what I do. Like when I get like desperate, I'll go do a guild quest and get them that way.
Stormy, can you get out of my lap, dude? Go. Go. Mm.
You know, that guy's lucky, because if I probably would have been on the Guardian or the Seraph, I might have fucking killed his ass. And, like, get the fuck out of my spot.
Like, please evacuate my fucking area.
Yep. This is your first and only warning. And see, then he'd just cry to his guild and he'd bring, like, fucking 20 dudes over there and be like, you fucking cunt.
And then we're doing the chase. Chase is a race. I need to go do my stealing stuff too. Ugh.
That's why I'm doing negative damage. I don't have my shit on. I didn't have all my crystals. It's like, why do I feel like I'm doing, like, no damage to this shit?
Because crystals are such a big difference.
Right? It's like, I normally can one rotation kill Dastard Beg.
Yeah, I'm not even rotation, dude. I'm two skills. Maybe 3. So, screw your rotation.
I mean, Guardian's rotation's only like 4 skills.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah, well, some classes have like a huge rotation.
I know, Seraph.
Like, Striker.
Striker's just Shift F. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, but he has like a whole bunch of skills. Like you have to blast through like combos in a fighting game.
Every Striker I've seen is just Shift F and just shit dies around it.
It's true, Shift F does work on him. He goes all Super Saiyan, I think, with that one, right?
I believe it's the one that the minions come out of nowhere and they just absolutely dunk on shit.
Oh, Awakened. That's Awakened.
Yes. No, this is not the Kamehameha move.
Okay, we are done fishing. What did we get overnight? Okay, 69 fish. But only 1 silver bellfish.
It's not terrible.
I mean, that's kind of my worst night, besides for yesterday. I'm almost not even going to consider me fishing yesterday.
What'd you end up with?
Fishing at Grana West yesterday, I ended up with 283 mil.
Yeah, there's something about how these spots that aren't, that just there's at a certain point where it just cucks you, and you get that one night of terrible.
Yeah, but it don't make no sense. Like, they need to change some of these areas or do something with them to make them almost similar to Velia. Because Velia shouldn't be the end-all be-all.
I mean, Hakoven, but
even at Hakoven, you don't get that rare fish unless you have a whole lot of mastery.
I mean, true.
Because you won't even see that sucker. I know I've fished out there for a week and never even saw it when I was below 2,000. I don't know what I'd get now that I'm at over 2,000. I might see it. I don't know. I haven't done it in a while. I just know below 2,000, you'll never see it. Just like a pink dolphin, I don't care how long you fish for it, you'll never see it. It's such a stupid rare thing to get.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit. My stone. Oh my god, I left my freaking stone on all overnight.
Oof! You got some, like, really good shit.
Yeah, no, I don't like doing that with the damn stone, though.
Oh,
I
I
don't
would.
like leaving my.
I don't want to use the stone for that.
No, that's a pain to me. That's pain and suffering because before I didn't. It's not like I had the always had the repair materials and I had to go farm it.
Yeah. Well, I just buy the alchemy. Like, if I am super desperate, I just buy it off of the market and buy the what
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
the alchemy shard things off of the market.
Yeah, but I was farming Gaifen underground for like from 62 or 63 to almost 65.
We got 1G bar. We got kind of scammed.
Who got a 1G bar? You got a freaking 1G bar?
1 out of what? 9?
You tell that piece of shit. Fucking what's his fucking dick? Hey, fucking that piece of shit Mooskin. Was it Mooskin? No. It was even worse. I was about to say, was it Mooskin that got you?
No, it was the special box. The red box I got.
Some bitch. Yeah, you only got 1 out of it.
Yeah.
I don't open those up technically like right away. I think technically the only way to beat the RNG is by, opening up more than 50.
I mean, at this point, I don't really care where we're at with money.
I mean, where we are, yeah. I'm like saying, like in the grand scheme of like someone starting new, yeah, you're kind of cucking yourself if you're trying to open up boxes and stuff like right away. It's not smart. We'll just say that it's not very smart. How do we have 8 more? What? I didn't buy no storage yet. So what happened here? Did it magically give us more guild storage?
Don't think so. Unless you bought a skill and didn't realize it.
Nope. I'm aware.
Somebody take something out of storage?
There's only no. I'm really the only one who even touches the storage. Other than that, I mean, I guess I could go look. Nope. Nope. They just put stuff in. No, for whatever reason, we were just storing the wrong things in there. I guess I was just shouldn't have been storing it. Okay, I'm gonna run over to the guild thingy and sell more of this guild stuff. I hate carrying this shit from the damn doing sea monsters.
Yeah.
The stuff builds up so fast.
It's heavy.
And it's heavy, yeah.
Now, the only sea monster out there to actually, like, use your loot scroll on is the Canidum, right?
Yeah. It's the only one that seems to drop anything, anyway. I mean, they all kind of drop something like...
they all have 100 mil part, but the Canidum's the easiest one to get it on.
The what?
The Canidum is the easiest one to get it on.
Get what?
The 100 mil item.
There's a 100 mil item?
You don't know about the 100 mil item?
Uh-uh.
Canidum shell, right here. Use
So
your
what
loot.
are you talking about? Oh, those?
Yeah.
Those stupid guild things?
Yeah.
What do we do with those?
I mean, it's used to make shit for the guild galley, but it's also just raw silver to the guild. It's 100 mil per item.
Oh, well, I've looted quite a bit of those stupid fucking things.
Yeah.
And those are like the heavy things. I hate those things.
Yeah, they weigh a few.
It makes me like hurt, makes my soul hurt a little bit.
Okay.
Breezy conch seaweed. We'll see if that's even doing something. Breezy. There's only 7 on the market.
So.
Yeah.
All right. When we get back tonight, we're gonna do another cedar run. And that's gonna be on my Seraph. So we're gonna do one run there tonight. I will probably do Snowfield Cedar as well. And we'll probably take a stab at either, depending on how much, we may do another Cedar run, or we may do a Caphras run. I'll have to see where I want to. Man, I was just up there at Karanda. I was just up there.
You could have got yourself possibly another heart.
Yep. Calf resistance, we're up to 478. That's not too shabby. I'm not doing too bad there. But yeah, that's gonna be it for now. Get some shit done, and then tonight we'll continue on the grind, make more money, and get ever closer to turning this in. The bloods, we're gonna have we gotta go do some bloods. Bloods, we still need 40,000 troll blood. We need 15,000 15,000 deer blood. Yeah, we need 15,000 deer blood. 13,000 fox blood, and 29,000 fox blood. So we'll probably go do some hunting here in the nearest future and knock out the deer and the wolf bloods while we let the Agris regen, and then we'll probably hard slam out the trolls. Try to get that done, and once we've taken care of those, we'll start over and add another 3,000 to what we're doing and work it up to the next stage. But we're almost done with this. I'm about to have to spend several billion on traces. That's for sure.
On traces alone?
Yep.
Traces of nature?
Yep.
I don't have tens of thousands of that, unfortunately.
So in this run alone, I'm going to burn 231,000 traces of nature.
Yeah, that's a fucking shit ton.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
So 231,000 times 275,000 apiece. That's 63 billion in traces alone.
Yeah. I was about to say it's not gonna be a small amount.
No. I'll probably add another 30 bill to it. Which honestly, I might as well go ahead and liquidate the Bank of BowQuest at this point, because I mean it's looking like we're gonna need the money. And there's no point in hanging on to this shit.
No, that one you can turn it into what, 300, almost 400 bill. Hey, I got a gold bar box out of that sucker. I'll take it.
Nice.
I'll take it. Thanks, Belgossel, you piece of shit. Give me gold.
So that's 20 billion right here. We're about to pull out of here.
Times 7, sweet.
There's 51 billion. So I got 51 billion in my inventory right now. I'll go ahead and 588. We'll go ahead and sell most of those just to put some money in my storage over here. Because we're never going to use this shit. Yeah, 44,000 pre-orders right now.
God. That's what I'm saying. I mean, it's going up. Some more people are logging on over the weekend and putting their orders in, apparently.
There we go. Made some money. Like I said, that's basically beer and cigarettes money.
Oh.
All right. So yeah, we'll come back here a little bit later tonight. Get at least 3 characters worth of energy done, maybe 4, and then we'll call it probably quits. So enjoy your afternoons, everyone. We'll see you here in about 4 hours. And we'll continue on that grind. Later, everyone.